Hello, I'm Zach, and 30 days ago, just about, actually 29 now, I got one more day, I set myself on a journey to make $1,000 from my dream job as a content creator and singer-songwriter, or go back to a day job. And it looks like, so far, we have made about $103 and we're at $897 away. So, the day job is going to be the very likely outcome. But I wanted to make this video and talk about just a recap of the 30 days and everything. And thank you guys for being here, for engaging with the content, for subscribing. And yeah, so 30 days ago, I set this goal for myself because I knew I need to make money. I'm 31 years old, and I've done this before. I've never stayed away from a day job if I wasn't making money. And so I wasn't making money, as much money as I was for the first couple months whenever I quit my day job. And that's where I made the mistake, is not going back to a day job sooner. And I knew not going back to a day job for another month to work on content was a risk, and it was very unlikely to actually pay off. But I had the capability and the means and the funds to do so for one more month. And that's what I did, because I also knew the potential of breaking through and actually being able to make more than $1,000. And I've made $1,000 a month from music and all the incomes that I've got through YouTube as far as Patreon and streaming before, but it's much harder now that I don't have a car and it's colder outside. And so I set this goal also because I knew it would make me work much harder, having a certain amount of time. And also I knew I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I knew I didn't try my very best. And you know, I've been at a day job, and that feeling of just going day in, day out, and I'm working hard in my dream after my job too, but the feeling that I could do so much more, and knowing that I could do more, and knowing that last time I went all in on my day job, I felt like I could do more, and I felt like I wasn't trying my best. So this last month, I went head first and I tried my best, and I did accomplish some things. We did get another Patreon. I did get more streams, and we made it to 1,000 subscribers. But that's not, obviously, it's not enough to live off of, and we didn't make enough money. And so I must accept the responsibility and go back to a day job at the end of this 30-day vlog. But a huge reason why I did this was because for myself, I needed to know that I really tried my best. And also I saw a bunch of potential to get the income, the certain connections I made for paid gigs, the certain connections I made for my content and being able to get more views, and which more views and better content usually means people, it hits them emotionally like it hits me, and then they support me. And that's what happened on a smaller scale, but obviously not enough to support myself with or even make the $1,000. And so I made a video every single day vlogging and talking about this process, trying to get better at it. And also every single day, beyond these videos, I worked on content for my channel, just making better content and reaching out to sponsorships and paid gigs and everything. And my vision's way more clear, and I have way more direction. And so it's good that I worked at this for 30 more days, and I got better at content, had a better idea of what to make and where to go with this channel, and got another Patreon, made it to 1,000 subscribers, more streams. It's good that I focused in and I got better in that sense. But I must keep it up once I go back to a day job. And also, I must go back to a day job because I shall not be stubborn this time. I learned from my mistake. I will not continue to try whenever I failed, especially this I set this 30-day goal on purpose because I knew that if I didn't make it, then it would be a way for me to completely focus my time and energy into getting a day job and not feel like I'm not doing enough with my life. And so here I am. We got one day left tomorrow, and I'm just gonna I got like one more video planned and short, and yeah, I'm just gonna try my best with those. And then I got content ideas and things sketched out for the future, and I'm gonna focus on those, and then start reaching out to all the day jobs, and hopefully have a job by next week. Very likely I will. I left my job on good terms, and there are a number of jobs around here that I'm very qualified to work at. I have years of experience in food service and being a manager, and I would be able to get a number of jobs easily. So that's what I'm gonna do. And you know, I completely understand all the people saying throughout this entire time, get a job, you have a son. Those are very reasonable things, and I really appreciate everyone with the constructive criticism and helping me. And that's one thing I really plan on doing different this time, is staying at the job and not quitting my job until I've made money more consistently. Not just like $1,000 for a month, or I saved up a couple $1,000, but I made a couple $1,000 from YouTube and music consistently for at least a couple months and saved up money. And then whenever I quit my job that time, I will go back to a job immediately as soon as I start not making enough money, if that's what happens. But if I'm already making $2,000 or $3,000 consistently a month, then it's way more likely that I'll be able to build off of that. But if I'm not, I'll be willing to go back to a day job, and I must do it, and not be stubborn and keep sticking to this. And yeah, because it's also, you know, it can be bad for my mental health whenever I'm like putting these expectations to myself and saying, I need to make this $1,000, or I'm just not going to be happy in life. I'm going to go back to a day job and just, you know, be depressed, unfulfilled, get more and more frustrated every single day, and grow into an old man who gave up on his dreams and has no future, because now he's an old man and he lived his future for somebody else, just barely getting by. But, you know, those are just my over the top fears in my head being drawn out through my imagination. And I can change my state of mind. And so whenever I find myself in that situation at a day job again, and I'm feeling stuck and like I'm not moving forward enough, quitting my day job, even if I'm making the money just enough, will probably make things worse. And I've learned that from doing this over and over again. And so I will stay at my day job. And if I really feel like I need to leave, I'll get a new day job. I'll find a job that I like better. And that is my approach. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to learn from my mistakes and not stay away from a job if I'm not making the money. So leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching. For the animals! Woo!